Just want to stop and talk a minute here. I got out here. I don't have anybody helping me to hold the camera today, so you couldn't have seen what was going on. Let me show you what I was doing, and then I'll get on to what's on my mind. I'm going to take these off real quick. Safety glasses, I always use them out here. Sometimes I don't have them on, but whenever I'm doing something, they end up on. Okay. Here's what I got going on today. Got the 73 Chevelle, and we're getting rid of this rust right here because the rust already got rid of the metal. This is one of the control arms for the rear end. Okay. This right here is where the seat belt is supposed to mount. Can't very well do anything with that. So what I was doing is I was cutting this out along here, cutting down, and got over into here. Okay, this is where the floor takes a different turn. Okay, you got a lower pan here. Got a lower pan. It comes up, and it shoots up across. There's a bulge right here. Right here. There's a body mount underneath there. There's a body mount under here. Okay. This is a brace. Runs across full width of the car. But I was coming up here cutting this. Okay. You guys have heard me say, safety first, wear your safety glasses, wear some gloves. Well, I don't wear just any gloves out here. Okay. I wear these. They're not just the regular yellow work gloves, okay? These are Kevlar gloves, cut-resistant gloves, specifically for safety, okay? A buddy of mine is a maintenance guy at work, and he buys packs of them every once in a while. He'll buy a package of them, bring them over, and set them on the shelf out here for me. I don't know if you can, I'm not real big on advertising here, but they're Ansel is the name of the company. Let me see if I've got another one over here that might have, you can read a name on. No, I don't. But anyway, sorry about that. I was using my angle grinder, 4-inch angle grinder with a cutoff wheel, okay? It's 45 thousandths of an inch thick. Thin by most standards. Okay? Guys, I had my cut resistant gloves on about 5 minutes ago. And look at this. Cut resistant, okay? Not cut proof. Not cut proof. I was buzzing along this front here. Grinder kicked and cut a nice little hole right in my glove. Well, guess what? That was on my right hand. My right finger, okay? I've got a gash that runs from this joint down to this joint. It's 45 thousandths of an inch wide, the same size as that cutoff wheel, okay? And it runs in probably pretty close to a 1/16 of an inch deep. That's going to hinder me doing things out here today. So, guys, just because you got the safety stuff on, if it wouldn't have had that on, it would have been a lot worse. We ran out of Band-Aids. I go through quite a few of them. Tina went over and got me some. Because right now I just got it wrapped up with Kleenex first aid tape. I got triple antibiotic on it. All the good stuff. Being a first responder kind of pays off sometimes. Yeah, if I hadn't had those gloves on, I hate to see how far it would have gone. This would have been probably a video from the hospital instead of still out in the garage. But these little buggers are wicked, guys. They do an awesome job, okay? But they can be dangerous. You're dealing with something that's spinning upwards of 10,000 RPMs. These wheels are rated at, I think, what are they rated at? 12? 13. 13,300 RPM. Okay? rotations per second is 221.67. That's fast. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. I use these DeWalt cutoff wheels because they're good. They work awesome, and they last. They cut good. They cut metal good. They're going to cut your fingers better. Now, enough of that rant. But what I got going on today, you know, like I said, I don't have anybody to hold the camera. So, even if you're not cutting, if you're working with this rusty stuff, you need some protection on, because you get that, you know, I've seen guys die of tetanus before. That is not the way to do it, fellas. It takes just a little bit of precautionary measures. It takes a few seconds to put a pair of gloves on, you know, versus getting tetanus, and that's, anybody who's ever seen that knows it's terrible, and it's not something that they give you antibiotics for and it goes away. But like I was saying, here's what we're into with the Chevelle. I'm gonna get rid of this today. I don't have anybody to hold the camera, so it's gonna be a couple shots here and there. I got comments about the windows. As you can see, windows are out. I got cords draped through for my trouble light. I got back window out. That was a bad judgment call on my part. I have this floor down here. The shed that I've got it in, I've got a whole new floor pan out of the donor car. But the shed that I've got it in, it's got so much snow in front of it right now I can't get to it. That's why I'm working on this back here. Because this back here is stuff that I'm going to use other sheet metal that I've got laying around. I'm going to form it, shape it. See, I measured right here from this panel here for the package tray. I measured down from that edge to the top edge of this bracket. This right here is what holds your wiring harness. Okay? It slides in there. It clips in. You got a wiring harness up here that runs your tail lights and all that good stuff. Okay? I unhooked that. Got this out of the way because I'm going to be welding. I don't want to be catching the wires on fire or melting anything, you know. But I measured and I wrote it right there. You know, 2 5/16 down from that edge to the top of that clip. From the edge of the wheel well over was 2 5/8. Okay? I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to take it over to the bench. I'm going to try to pound out something close. I left the other side intact. So far, it's bad. You can see. It's just as bad as this side, if not worse. But that's going to be my pattern. I can look at that and know this side was supposed to be symmetrical. Okay? And once I get that done, I'll go ahead and cut this side out. See, you can see, right here's where the seat belt's supposed to mount on this side, right here. It's not there. The wheel tub on this side looks to be in good shape. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of, maybe my little portable sandblaster I've got. I kind of hate to do that. It makes a huge mess, but get in here and clean things up a little bit. Hit it with some, at least some primer. Get some spot welds out of the way. Underneath, all this back in here looks okay. It's got a little bit of flash rust on it, surface rust stuff going on, but I looked underneath and it's good, so I don't have to worry about that. They're still sound. The big part's going to be, I've got black seat belts for it. Getting those retaining bolts out. Okay, well, there's what we got, folks. Safety glasses, gloves, apron.